A sudden strike through the grass, a silent death beneath the water, one wrong step, and your life is gone. Here, no one stays powerful forever. Only those who adapt in time survive. From crocodiles lying still for days, to wild dogs chasing prey at breakneck speed, from lions, leopards, cheetahs, to antelope, elephants, flamingos, even tiny insects. Everything is in motion, breeding, hunting, disappearing, just to keep the cycle going. Welcome to Wild Expeditions, an untamed journey through the survival ecosystem of Tanzania. Dawn breaks over the Serengeti. The first light slides across golden, sun-scorched grass after the first month of drought. On cool, dusty soil, a herd of wildebeest moves slowly across a shallow basin. This patch still holds the last traces of moisture, heads lower to graze. None of them realize they're already being watched. Far in the distance, beyond the tall grass and upwind, a pride of lionesses is already in position. They've been waiting since before sunrise. No movement in unison. Each lioness takes a different path. One circles left, another inches forward from the front. A third crawls along the edge, ready to intercept if the herd bolts. No sound, no calls, just a subtle nod from the lead lioness, and the hunt explodes, a flash of muscle. A sudden leap. The earth trembles. And the charge strikes the heart of the herd. Panic erupts. Dust clouds swirl. Every direction becomes an escape route. In the chaos, a young calf veers the wrong way. It's alone now, exposed. Two lionesses cut it off. They steer it into a narrow gap between two bushes, and waiting at the end of that supposed escape route is the pride leader. The ambush is surgical. Claws hook into the shoulder. Her weight crushes the calf to the ground. A bite to the neck, clean, swift. No roaring, no growl, just the dust lingering in the air. In the dry season, the grass is low, the bush is thin, which means tactics matter more than strength. This is when lionesses shine. The pride is everything. No lion survives alone. The cubs live on milk, and milk comes from blood, from hunts like this. Every meal is survival training. Lionesses are the foundation of the pride. They never stray, they hunt, they feed, they protect. When needed, they fight. When injured, they fall back. And when it's their turn again, they lead. Not far away, on a granite kopje, a female leopard lies stretched out under the shadow of a rock. Her body blends into the gray stone and patches of moss. Only her half-open eyes give her away wide awake. Below the rocks, a small herd of impalas pauses under a low acacia. She doesn't rush. She scans each one. She waits. No teammates, no roles, no formation. Every hunt is a solo mission. A young male impala strays just a little too far. This is the moment. The leopard begins to move. So low, her belly brushes the earth. The grass is too short to hide her, so she uses every bump in the ground, every patch of shadow, every rock. Not a single misstep. 40 strides away, she stops, eyes locked, ears high, every fiber in her body tightens. She's ready. Then, she launches, a silent spring of power. Her paws dig into the dirt, muscles ripple with each stride. She's there in seconds, a precise pounce. Claws into the shoulder, a bite seals the throat. The impala struggles, then collapses. But she doesn't eat here. She sniffs the wind. No hyenas, no lions. She grabs the kill and drags it toward the nearest acacia. A low branch. She climbs, teeth locked on the neck, claws on the trunk. Step by step, she hauls the carcass up. Minutes later, the body dangles from a branch, high above reach. The leopard is the artist of solitude. No spotlight, no applause, no backup. Only silence, precision, and self-reliance. But that comes at a cost. No one helps her when she's injured. No one shares the kill. One mistake, and she goes hungry. Farther south, the plains stretch flat like a scorched carpet. No rocks, no trees, just heat, dust, wind. Here, behind a tiny mound, a cheetah presses flat to the earth. Her body is tense, motionless. But her eyes, locked on the target, a small group of Thompson's gazelles, moving loosely across the open. She can't move forward. The wind has shifted. Any delay, and her scent will give her away. She coils her body and bolts, like a released arrow, each stride sharp and clean. Burnt grass flares up behind her. Within seconds, she hits 55 miles per hour. Target, the young one at the back. The herd swerves. So does she. Her long legs slice the angle. The gap closes. A swipe of her paw. The gazelle stumbles. She lunges. A bite to the throat ends it. But she can't eat yet. Her body overheats, mouth open, tongue out, breath rapid and shallow. If she doesn't rest, she could collapse. And then the laughter. Shrill, piercing, hyenas, 1, then 2, then 3. The cheetah stands, looks at the kill. She knows she can't keep it. She backs away. No growl, no fight. Speed gives her the hunt, but not the power to defend it. Cheetahs are the racers of the plains, but they're too light, too slender, no match in a brawl. For her, every hunt isn't just about the chase. It's a calculation, speed, heat, and whoever else shows up. The wind sweeps across the Serengeti like fire. The ground cracks, the dry grass crunches underfoot. In the scorching heat, massive silhouettes begin to appear, slow, silent. Unmistakable, they're not predators, they are the giants of the savannah, on their long march through the drought. At the front, a matriarch stops in the open. She raises her trunk, lifting it to the wind. Not to sniff out prey, but to search for water. Behind her, the herd follows. Some are calves, tuskless, pressed close to their mothers. Older ones gather in clusters, forming a loose, natural circle. There's no pushing, no need to compete. When elephants are thirsty, they don't fight, they follow memory. The matriarch turns left toward a path where no fresh tracks remain. But she remembers. Years ago, she walked that way with her own mother. There was once a dry well there. Now it's her turn to lead. Each of her steps leaves a deep print in the cracked earth. The calves rush in, trunks dipping into the shallow pool. A young bull splashes muddy water over his back, cooling himself with a protective coat of wet earth. Oxpeckers flutter in, pecking at ticks, catching droplets as they fall. In this relentless heat, This tiny waterhole is a miracle born from memory. When they've had their rest, the herd moves on, but the hole remains. Antelope, monkeys, even vultures will follow the elephant's trail to find it. Elephants don't just survive, they pave the way. Not far away, in a lower stretch of land, a herd of African buffalo grazes in the sun. They move in a tight cluster. The big bulls take the outer edge. The young ones stay in the middle. Every time the herd stops, a defense formation forms, as natural as breathing. One adult male lifts his head, his eyes tense. On the edge of the brush, 2 lionesses appear. But the buffalo don't run. Not this time. Instead, 3 large bulls step forward, horns curled, heads high. Eyes locked. One of them stomps the ground, dust bursts upward. The smell of sweat and soil fills the air, a clear warning. The lionesses hold. They know one wrong move could mean shattered ribs. There's no chase, no blood, but the tension is sharp. The herd holds position, unmoved. The lions assess, then back off. This victory belongs to the bold, and instincts honed by generations. But not every buffalo is protected. Far behind the herd, an old male lags. One hind leg swollen, his gait uneven. The herd keeps moving. No waiting. The dry season has no patience for weakness. By the time he reaches a watering spot, the others are gone. He lowers his head to drink. Then, a blur from the grass. The old buffalo tries to turn, but it's too late. In the red dust, silence. From a distance, a lone hyena watches. No attack, no approach. Just a quiet stare. Then it turns and walks away. In a sparse woodland clearing, a male giraffe feeds slowly, no rush. His head tilts sideways. A blue-gray tongue reaches out, wrapping around the thorny acacia leaves. He chews with care, his ears flick gently, listening to the world. Giraffes are the tallest creatures in the Serengeti, but among the quietest. No calls, no stomping, no drama. Every motion is measured, deliberate, calm. A female with her calf walks by. They stop beside a bush. Gently, they pluck young shoots. Careful not to disturb the sharp thorns. No tearing, just precision. Farther out, a herd of Grant's gazelles shifts direction. No alarm call, but the giraffes have seen something. A faint movement in the brush. Unclear, but enough. The giraffes don't run, they simply freeze. Ears alert. One tilts its neck, a silent signal. Then, all together, they begin to walk, slowly, calmly, away. Giraffes have no sharp horns. No great speed, their power's in their vision. From high above, they see danger first, and leave before it arrives. A branch of the Mara River has shriveled into a shallow ribbon of water. There's no current, no frogs, no birds, just wind, and a suffocating wall of heat rising from the surface. A Nile crocodile lies completely still. Its massive body is hidden beneath the cold mud. Only two eyes and a ridged back peek above the surface, blending perfectly with a drifting log. It doesn't blink, doesn't move, and it can stay that way for hours. All it takes is one careless moment, and now it's here. A burst of water, the crocodile explodes forward like a spring-loaded trap. Jaws slam shut, crushing the gazelle's neck in one brutal snap. Only when the flesh begins to soften will it start tearing small chunks, bit by bit. A single meal can stretch across days. The crocodile doesn't migrate. When the river dries, it stays. While every other species must roam far across the plains for water, the crocodile simply lies in wait and lets the water bring the prey to it. Not far from there, another stretch of river has become a wide, muddy pool. The surface is murky, the air thick with stench, and in the middle a pod of hippos soaks in the heat. They look like boulders. Only ears, eyes, and nostrils rise above the surface. No movement, no noise, and yet they keep this place alive. Hippos don't eat underwater. At night, they leave to graze on grass. But during the day, they live fully immersed in mud. Cool mud keeps their body temperature down. Water coats their skin, preventing cracks and infections. Without it, their skin can split and fester under the sun. But they're not just resting. They walk beneath the surface, churning mud, stirring sediment. That movement revives entire ecosystems. Algae grows, small fish multiply. Crustaceans find food. Just by soaking in the water, hippos nourish the entire pool. Their dung is dense, rich in nutrients. It sinks, forming a fertile bed for countless other species. Tiny fish nibble at the particles. Wading birds pluck those fish. An eagle waits above, watching the chain unfold, an entire food web rooted in hippo waste. A large male yawns. His mouth opens nearly 2 feet wide. Not to threaten, just to cool off. But if provoked, that same bite could crush a skull. They may look sluggish, but hippos are among Africa's most dangerous animals. A few white egrets perch silently on their backs, picking insects, ready to hop off at any moment. The hippos don't mind. They sink, rise, shift, turn. No bellows, no clashes. And yet, every movement keeps this last puddle of water alive. When the hippos leave at night, the pool rests. When they return, the cycle begins again. Farther west, near Lake Victoria, a sea of reeds stretches to the horizon. Deep mud, tall grass, no paths, no signs. But under that thick cover, a female Sitatunga antelope wades through the swamp with her calf. No running, no jumping, just slow, careful steps. The water reaches up to their shoulders. Their bodies disappear into the wetland. Predators rarely catch sight of a sitatunga. They don't rely on speed, but on mastery of the swamp. Across the cracked plains of the Serengeti, a tall shadow moves, nearly 6 feet high. Every step lands with a soft crunch on brittle earth. It's a male Maasai, ostrich long neck raised, powerful legs steady beneath him. He can't fly, but on the ground, nothing outruns him except the cheetah. When pushed, he can hit 45 miles per hour on bare feet. A group travels with him. Each bird keeps its distance, orderly, silent. Their large eyes, shielded by double eyelids, see far and wide even behind them. Almost nothing escapes their view. One female stops. She scrapes the ground with her foot, choosing the perfect spot to lay her eggs. No nest, just a shallow hollow, deep enough to keep the eggs from rolling or baking in the grass. The male takes night duty. The females rotate during the day. Ostriches have no claws or fangs, but one kick can shatter a lion's bones. Their thick toes end in a curved nail, sharp as a blade, a defense no predator takes lightly. They look calm, but if they must, they'll fight fiercely, or run clean and fast, never once looking back. As night falls, to the north, Lake Manyara reflects the fading sun, a shallow, salty lake too hot, too barren for most large animals. But in the middle, a soft pink tide moves like smoke. Flamingos. They never travel alone. Always a group, hundreds, sometimes thousands. Reed, thin legs, graceful, necks, heads dipping again and again into the water. They don't catch fish. They don't hunt. They filter algae and plankton with their specially curved bills. Their tongues push water through built-in filters. Tiny life forms get trapped, becoming food. That algae gives them color, changing their feathers from white to pink. The brighter the hue, the more attractive they are. During breeding season, the lake glows with soft pink and fiery coral. A courtship dance begins. The entire flock moves as one. Necks twist. Wings flare. Each step follows a rhythm. Every head tilt has meaning. No one bird stands out, but together, they perform a seamless ballet. They're not trying to clean the water, but where flamingos thrive, the water stays clearer. Life finds balance. As heat intensifies, the lake evaporates, the waterline shrinks, and the flamingos take flight, a soft blur rising through mist. They leave as they came, silent, graceful. Only pink footprints remain pressed into a crust of salt. In a patch of sun-faded grass, a female warthog roots through dry soil with her snout. Her bristles stand on edge. Tusks curl like sickles. Her small eyes are set far back but miss nothing. They don't hunt, but they're always alert. That thick snout both censer and shovel. She digs through hardened dirt with ease, uncovering roots, bulbs, worms, and insects. Each dig loosens the soil. When threatened, they dash into the nearest thicket or vanish into abandoned burrows. Their tails pop up like little antennas, signaling retreat. The mother always leads the charge. Under the open skies of East Africa, a dark wave moves across the plains, rolling like a living tide. Dust rises from tens of thousands of hooves. The sound is relentless snorts, stomps, the crunch of earth being torn up. The great migration has begun. Hundreds of thousands are leaving behind the dry lands, seeking the first flush of green. In the middle of the chaos, a male wildebeest stands tall in the dust. He bellows, neck stretched, hooves pounding the ground. His curved horns slice the dry air. Around him, thousands more surge forward. This isn't a herd, it's a river of life. No leader, no commands. When the earth dries up, when the grass runs out, instinct takes over, and the whole mass begins to move. At the center, pregnant females. On the edges, young males. In between, calves, shielded by numbers. The journey is never safe. Every river crossing is a moment of tension. Crocodiles wait. Steep banks rise. Currents pull strong, but hesitation is fatal. Stop, and you'll be trampled. Fall behind, and you won't make it. They push forward, they cross. Each hoofstep breaks the soil. Every grazing pause scatters seeds. Their dung fertilizes the land. Their tracks carve paths for others to follow. They don't know it, but by moving, they're restoring the grasslands. They are the engine that keeps the ecosystem running. Never alone, never ahead. Zebras move side by side with wildebeest, not by chance but by design. Zebras see better, wildebeest smell better. When one senses danger, they all run. Zebras prefer coarse grass. Wildebeest favor the young shoots. No competition, no conflict. Each species complements the other. One zebra mare has just given birth. She stops. The herd continues. The newborn wobbles, eyes barely open. The mother stands guard ears alert, eyes scanning. The tall grass hides too much. There's no time. The calf struggles up. She nudges gently, then both begin to move. Not fast. But enough to rejoin the tide. The migration waits for no one, but it never abandons those who rise. No horns, no thundering hooves, but the Grant's gazelle is always there. They travel in small groups quietly, calmly. They don't trample the earth, but they bring order to the chaos. When panic erupts among wildebeest, Grant's gazelles are the first to change direction. They avoid the stampede. They avoid the spiral. They don't make paths, but they clear the way. They spot danger early. They don't call out. They run first, and by doing so, they keep life moving, without the spotlight. Along the edge of the migration, a pack of African wild dogs moves in silence. They don't cut through the middle. They don't hunt at random. They stay at the margins where the weak and the young fall behind. They don't need numbers. 8 to 10 is enough. Each dog knows its role. No chaos. No fighting. One lifts its head, ears up. It spots a small group of calves, straggling. The pack begins to spread. One flanks left, another covers the rear. The lead dog sets the line. No sounds, no signals, but they move as one. The run begins. Not a mad dash, but a coordinated press. Each dog runs parallel to the prey, pressuring, steering. They eat fast. Within minutes, only bones remain. What's left goes to the scavengers. Wild dogs have the highest hunting success rate among Africa's predators. not because of strength, but because of teamwork. When the dogs have gone, when the migration has passed, when the vultures haven't arrived yet, the hyenas appear. No hurry, no need to hide. They sniff out what's left, pick through it, and if needed, they kill. An old antelope lags behind, back legs trembling. The hyenas move in, not stealthy. They walk straight toward it, making sure it panics. 3 hyenas split. The prey drops. Their cackles rise. It sounds like laughter, but no one's laughing. They're clearing the battlefield. No other predator digests bone like a hyena. They crush skulls, chew hooves, leave nothing behind but a faint scent of blood carried on the wind. As night falls, their eerie calls echo across the plains. It's not joy. It's a signal. Night has come, and the cycle begins again. The wind shifts, the sky darkens, and then the first drops fall onto cracked earth. Not the thunder of a storm, but the quiet rhythm of return. The rain doesn't roar, but it's enough to wake the hardened soil from its drought-seasoned slumber. The grasslands stir. Green blades rise, old tracks fade. The cycle begins again. Across the plains, wildebeest return following the fresh lines of grass. Zebras and Grant's gazelles form flanking columns, spread by the height of the vegetation. Pregnant females search for quiet places to give birth, and within minutes, the newborns rise and follow. At Lake Manyara, flamingos return, their curved bills filtering water and algae forming living clouds above the refilled lakebed. Hippos sink into the mud again, stirring the bottom, jump-starting the flow of microscopic life. Under the forest canopy, red colobus monkeys leap through damp branches, holding their young close. In Gombe, chimpanzees teach their offspring how to fish for termites with a twig. In the undergrowth, warthogs dig through softened soil, creating space for new roots to push through. Every species resumes its place. No orders, no calendars. The rains return and the cycle closes, as it always has. Thank you for joining Wild Expeditions on this journey through dust, drought, and raw instinct to witness the moment life returns to a place that once felt lost. If you believe nature is still worth listening to and worth protecting, please like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell to follow the next wild story. And if something in this journey moved, you share the video. Let nature live the way it was meant to.